The woman who was cleaning the mirror noticed something strange. The person in the old painting behind her seemed to have moved. She turned around in confusion, remembering that the woman's face had been facing to the right, but now it was facing to the left. On second thought, she thought it was unlikely that the painting could have moved by itself, but it must have been an illusion. However, the next thing that happened was even more bizarre. Katie's room also hangs a similarly old painting of a person holding a pair of scissors and a comb. The painting was a bit of an eyesore, but Katie tried to remove it, but couldn't, as if it wasn't a painting, but a person. At night when Katie fell asleep, the sound of scissors suddenly came from her side, and with the sound of clicking, clicky, 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 Katie's hair was inexplicably cut off. The next day Katie woke up to find that her hair was missing. Half of her beautiful long hair had been cut and messed up. Katie thought it was her naughty sister who was messing with her, so she pulled her out of bed and was about to beat her up, but Annie showed up just in time to stop them. Katie complained to Annie that her sister had cut off her hair last night while she was asleep, but she looked innocent because she hadn't done anything last night. Annie knew how her youngest daughter was, but no matter how much she tried to explain, Annie didn't believe her and demanded that she apologize to Katie, not realizing that they had both wronged her. The next night Katie was about to brush her hair and go to bed when she suddenly heard what sounded like scissors because her hair had been cut for no apparent reason and she was very sensitive to the sound of scissors. When she turned her head to look behind her, she saw the painting of the scissors and comb on the bedside, and now she was very uncomfortable with the painting. So she found a piece of white cloth to block the painting. Just as she was falling asleep, the sound of scissors clicking came from Katie's side again, and a hand stretched out from behind the white cloth, slowly cutting off Katie's hair. When Katie woke up, the hand went back into the white cloth and disappeared. When Katie woke up, she touched her cut hair and instantly thought of her naughty sister. However, just as she was about to go out to teach her sister a lesson, she felt that it was a bit unreasonable that her sister could not have come to her room at night when it was so dark outside, or was there someone else in her room? Just as she was wondering, the white cloth she had used to block the painting suddenly changed, and it looked like someone was coming out from inside. Hearing the screams, her family came into the room and Katie cried out and pointed to the painting above her bed, pointing to the person she was talking to who was right behind her. How could the family believe this? They all thought Katie was having a nightmare. However, Katie was so sure that she was right that she showed everyone that her hair had been cut much shorter. Seeing this, just a little skeptical family, also serious in order to not let Katie fear again, Adam wanted to remove the painting, but no matter how hard he tried, the painting is not moving as if it had grown on the wall. In the end, it took two men, Adam and Nick, all their strength to remove the painting from the wall. They thought that would be the end of the story. But then more strange things happened, and was sleeping at night when she heard someone running around the house. At first she thought it was her youngest daughter who was not sleeping, but when she came out of her room to check, she found a child jumping into that painting, and it was not